Hello everyone. Today's our group presentation topic is analysis the economic growth of China and South Africa based on the Romo's endogenous growth models. First, let me introduce our group members: 孟祥宇、梁景瑞、傅瑶、梁叶青. So this is our research question. So our presentation is divided into the 5 parts. The first is introduce and discussion issues and data, conclusion, and reference. So let me start the first part, introduce. In the study of the long-term economic growth, there are two main models: solo classical growth models and Romer's endogenous growth models. The two models are similar in some respect, but also have some significant difference. So let me introduce the similarity of the two models. When explaining the long-term economic growth, both solo classical growth models and Romer's endogenous growth models recognize that capital and labor are important elements of economic growth, and both regard the technological process as the key driving force of economic growth. And the difference of the two models. However, the solo models believe that economic growth mainly depends on exogenous technological process and population growth, and predict that the economy will eventually reach a steady state. The Romo model emphasizes that economic growth can be continuously promoted through endogenous R&D innovation activities, and there is no state limited. The Romo model overcomes the limitation of the solo model and better explains the importance of technological process and innovation in the modern economy. And this endogenous growth seriously holds that through continued investment in R&D, the economy can avoid diminishing marginal returns on capital and achieve sustained long-term growth. The second part is discussion issues. We analyze the economic development of China and South Africa based on the Romo endogenous growth models. And we have the variations. Our variations are the education levels, numbers of researchers, and researcher expenditures.
In this part, we introduce the data. The data is obtained from the website of the World Bank, includes education levels in China and South Africa, numbers of researchers, and data on research expenditure to ensure better comparison and significance. Table 1 is GDP between China and South Africa. China's GDP growth rate has remained high overall. South Africa's GDP growth rate is relatively flat. South Africa's economic growth is relatively volatile, and the overall growth rate is slow, especially after 2010. This table is R&D researchers in China and South Africa. According to Table 2, we can see that the number of R&D researchers in China is significantly higher than that in South Africa. The number of R&D researchers in China has shown a clear growth trend from 2003 to 2020. The number of R&D researchers in South Africa grew relatively slowly during the same period. The overall trend is steadily rising, with growth occurring almost every year. Unlike China, there's no clear and sustained upward trend in R&D spending in South Africa. Table 4 is higher education enrollment rate as a percentage of the population. China exhibited a dramatic increase in higher education enrollment rate, especially noticeable from the mid to 1990s onward. South Africa showed a more modest increase with a slower growth rate after the early 1990s. Conclusion: this explores R&D spending, the number of researchers, and the impact of higher education on the economy, using quantitative analysis between 2002 and 2020 in China and South Africa. Our results show that R&D expenditure, the number of researchers, has a significant impact on economic development. Higher education has a positive, but not significant impact on economic development, but it's also consistent with Rumor's indigenous growth model. This is a reference, our presentation and report based on the 7 reference.
Okay, thank you for everyone. Thank you for your listening.